All right, ladies and gentlemen, back on the Hot Tag Podcast. I am David Richardson. We've got also
Yes, sir. The angry young man himself, Shaheen.
the angry, big spending Shaheen. There we go. So,
Hot Tag Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. You got it.
Hot Tag, and it feels like they just shut the air conditioner in here, so hot is the right word for this podcast. So, any small talk? You want to just get right into the wrestling?
Well, are you happy with this week's wrestling? We were definitely positive last week. Are we positive this week? I'm pretty happy.
No, not at all. I didn't care for Raw at all this week. No, TNA I thought was great.
Yeah, I didn't mind it.
But Raw, I thought had. There was a couple good things, but no Ambrose is making it a little not entertaining, and that now that. I guess we should just get right into it because I'll start off with the forum that was supposed to be this big Legends forum. They advertised it. It's huge. We got the Legends forum, and it was an 8-minute long segment.
Woo!
Woo! Bullshit.
Ric Flair, man. He does anything for money now.
All they did is, that whole thing was to put over Cena and the network, which they barely mentioned the network. It was really all about Cena.
Dude, speaking of doing anything for money, Hogan is pretty much doing anything for money. All he does is plug the network for $9.99. That's all he does.
You know what? You can tell me he does anything for money, but you and I both know TNA was paying that motherfucker pretty good, and he would be on interviews and not even mention TNA. If he was getting paid to do it, he should have been doing it. Yeah. He'll go where he has to go to get paid, but I don't know about doing anything for money. Not at least. Well, I don't know. At least not the right way.
Yeah, he never claimed TNA even when he was with the company. So obviously, out of that company.
Yeah, there were a few interviews. When they were here for Slammiversary, I listened, and they were definitely. He was pushing TNA that time. No, not Slammiversary. It was something else they were here for. It was something. I think it was the match between him and Sting.
Bound for Glory.
It might have been the last Bound for Glory. Might have been here. I didn't go, but yeah. This week's Raw. To tell you the truth, even with it looks like there was no NFL this week.
I have no idea. I don't.
Nope. No NFL. Monday's episode was down from last week, and last week was a damn good show.
Yeah, it certainly was not better than last week's, but I thought it was okay. To be honest, I did not watch the main event, so I can't comment on that. But the rest of the show was all right. Nothing spectacular, but
I just thought it was just a show. It wasn't a great show. It wasn't a horrible show, but I don't know. I don't have the lineup in front of me. I don't know if you do, but
yeah, I got it over here. I took some notes.
All I got are my notes that I took, but
long SmackDown.
Yeah, and like I said, we started off with the what did we start off with? We started off with that forum, that panel that they're supposed to have. It was. What were they?
For you. Do you think it's coincidental that Cena's new shirt is the same colors as Hogan, and Hogan is trying to put him over?
Someone else mentioned that last night too, and coincidental. I don't know if there's many coincidences in WWE like that. I don't know. It's one of the last colors of the Fruity Pebbles he hasn't worn.
That is true.
So there's always that. But I don't know, man.
Do you think he's going away after Night of Champions, or
who, Cena?
Yeah.
He should have gone away for at least 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, way to sell it.
Fucking 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So
this guy got a German suplex 16 times.
Not a bandage, not even a Band-Aid, not an ice pack, not a hot water bottle for a headache.
Yeah, I mean, let me go ahead and say this. I do give him respect for putting the guy over because let's face it, a lot of guys would not do that. I mean, Hogan, for example, I don't think he would have done that in his prime. Flair maybe. Shawn Michaels probably not. Maybe in his last run, but definitely not in his prime. But no, I don't know. He knows selling, man. He doesn't sell shit. I mean, this is nothing new, man. He's not very good at selling, whether it's in the match or it's the aftermath. He rarely sells.
Yeah, but I just thought, I mean, Cena came out like nothing happened, and yeah, it's been a couple of weeks, but it should have been either off TV or doing something. It just didn't seem right, him being out there this week. Like nothing happened. Oh, he came. I know he mentioned it, and wow, what a great scathing promo of, I'm not here to, what is it, to beat his ass, or I'm not here to beat him. I'm here to beat his ass. What? So you're not here to beat him, or you are here to beat him? I'm confused.
Yeah, the Attitude Era is back. He's coming here to beat his ass.
Yeah, whatever. But it was just. I don't know. I really, I'll be honest with him. The first 10 minutes, I started asking myself, do I want to watch this now live, or do I want to just record this and go through it later? I really thought about bailing that early.
I don't know. I didn't mind it. I didn't think it was. I don't know. We got. I got
you?
Oh, Dallas. So I'm happy, man.
Dude, come on.
All time.
But I mean, the Legends, but that was it. Legends form, Cena comes out, blah, blah, blah. Short and sweet, thank God.
Shawn Michaels said that Lesnar is going to defeat Cena once again. Flair agreed. Hogan, of course, is going to kiss ass. He put Cena over.
But it's forced confrontation. It was just horrible. You shouldn't have had pictures ready, number one. That really gave it away that it was that it was a totally forced and scripted thing. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm being too picky. Maybe I'm too fucking old. I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. But,
maybe I'm being picky, but I really, that segment really had me not liking the show.
Cena, of course, came out during his entrance, staring at the camera, showing off the towel that says "Never give up." And if you don't get the message, the towel, throw in the towel, never give up, which is interesting because I did not pick this up, and I'm going to go ahead and credit Solomonster, his podcast. I was listening to it, and he mentioned it, and I thought it was a good point because he said the whole thing about the Brock match was Brock did not want to pin him. The whole thing was that Brock wanted him to say, I give up. Mm-hmm. He wanted him to throw in the towel being his the prop that he brings to the ring. I don't know. I think they should have an I Quit match. I think that would be awesome to see Cena quit, but that's not happening. Of course.
No, it won't. Well,
never say never. I mean, we didn't expect to see that at SummerSlam, so I don't know. Maybe.
No, I mean, he's been in an I Quit match. Wasn't he in an I Quit match with
Randy Orton?
Orton, yeah. Orton had to duct tape him to say I quit. Remember?
Yeah, but
Orton, or was it handcuff? Orton loves taping people's hands. I think this is really something that people need to look into about Randy Orton.
That always happens. What was a TLC match that they had? He got handcuffed, and he took the ring post off. It's just I don't. He always does. Yeah, he always does that angle with the handcuffs or getting duct taped. Yeah, I don't know, man. But Shawn Michaels said that after this ass whooping, he's going to be a changed man. And Cena came out and said, "Yes, I am a changed man. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to defeat him because I never give up." The usual, typical Cena bullshit. Never give up. Chase your dreams, which is good. I mean, I don't want to be negative. I like those. I like to think positive. I'm a very positive person, believe it or not. Mentally, it's just I don't want to see that as entertainment on my television. I don't find that entertaining. If I want to And it's more like educational. It's like inspiring and stuff. You know, if I want something inspiring, I'll watch Bo Dallas. You know,
Jesus.
That's inspiring.
Come on, man.
Not John Cena.
Can't.
The Hall of Fame already. Put this guy in the Hall of Fame, man. This guy's it's awesome.
Hall of Fame. I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Nah, maybe one day.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It just, whatever. Whatever you say, man. Go.
I really want to see John Cena throw in that towel, though. That would be awesome. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I know. To me, it just seemed like they were sitting here, like WWE. This whole thing was to tell you that the legends are behind Cena, so you should be too. Whatever.
Yeah, but they really weren't behind him. I mean, Michaels, he was kind of more on Brock's side, and same with Flair, really.
Yeah, but like I said, it was forced.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a picky asshole, which, whatever, I don't care.
Hey, to each his own, man. It's your opinion.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I really didn't care about it.
Well, we got the first match. We got Rusev against Swagger, and during the entrance, I think Swagger's way of carrying that flag is very awkward. The guy, he either swings it way too hard, or I don't know. Didn't he go through developmental? I mean, if that was going to be his gimmick, at least teach him how to, fucking wave around a flag properly. I mean, the guy looks like an idiot coming out at his entrance. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Swagger, to be honest with you.
I'm not either. I really don't see what the big deal is about him, and I see a lot of people. Oh, he's great. He's big. He can do that. Well, first of all, he can't fucking speak unless he talks like Sylvester.
Yeah.
Then he can speak. I can do a promo too. So, but yeah, I don't know. But I mean, I'll give him this. The guy is was more over than he's been. Still is. I mean, the crowd's really into this feud. Smart idea probably to keep it going. I'm not crazy about how they did it, but they probably were good to keep it going. So, I don't know. Swagger, whatever. Like I said, I don't really care about Rusev either, but there's little things I like about him. Like, guy wrestles barefoot. I haven't seen that in a while. That's at least something different.
I like Rusev. I don't really mind it.
No, I mean, I'm not like, oh god, the guy's horrible, but I don't know. I mean, he's a big guy. I mean, I like seeing the big guys go at it and, get in there, so whatever. But hey, at least Swagger is over. I'll give him that.
Great Khali is also a big guy. Doesn't make
Oh Jesus! Don't get me started on Khali. Just go to the next match or talk about this one.
I want to talk about this a little bit.
Go for it.
They once again stopped the match, and I'm not sure what they're trying to accomplish here. Are they really trying to protect Swagger by having him never tapping out and just having him pretty much passing out every match? I mean, I don't think that really protects the guy. That kind of makes him look like a pussy. I mean, the guy just passes out every match.
I think in their mind it's, he's so strong and so patriotic and so he's got the will of he's got the eye of the tiger and he won't give up. It's basically Cena's gimmick.
Yeah.
But a little, thrown on to Swagger, but it's he won't give up. He'd rather be, it's basically, he'd rather have it snap than tap.
Yeah, I get I get the fact that they're trying to get the guy over and make him look strong, but I'm not sure if this is working. Apparently it is working, but I think it was more Zeb that was over, and from my understanding, the guy's not coming back. So,
see, everyone's saying that, and I read on Wrestling Inc. that there's no talk of him not coming back. There's just talk of keeping him off TV for like another week just to sell the kick from Rusev.
Yeah,
and I read that right on Wrestling Inc. I could post it if you want me to.
Yeah, well, please get him back on television because
Yeah.
Zone is not very.
Yeah, he really makes Swagger's character complete, I guess you could put it, if you wanted to.
Well, they stopped the match, and afterwards they had Bo Dallas come out to Jack Swagger and let him know that he once again let down his country. And yeah, Bo Dallas is awesome, man. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna have him feud with Swagger. That's what I initially thought, but it seems like they're just gonna have him go forward with the feud with Rusev, which is gonna carry on to like the 4th pay-per-view in a row, which I'm not sure if it's necessary, but they don't really have much else going on, so it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. That's true. So let's see here. Give me right here. Jack's No, this is too old. I'm just trying to find that thing where it said it because I just want to read it one more time. Oh, here we go. Here we go. From 4 days ago, update on Zeb Coulter's status along with Sam Roberts' interview with Cesaro, Jimmy Hart. Jesus, okay. There has been no mention of Zeb Coulter being dropped from the storyline with Jack Swagger, but it's worth noting he was kept off both Raw and SmackDown this week to sell the kick from Rusev at SummerSlam. Now, this was 4 days ago, so it's, I'm hoping they don't get rid of him. I think it would be, I'm trying to be nice here, it would be the dumbest fucking thing they've ever done, but it wouldn't be the dumbest thing they've ever done, but it would be pretty stupid, in my opinion, to get rid of him.
Yeah, they've done some stupid things. I don't think that's the dumbest per se, but it's up there. But yeah, hopefully he'll be back. But next match we got Rob Van Dam against Cesaro for the 10th time. But I don't mind it. I'm a fan of both guys, so whatever.
The matches got better. We shit on them for the first couple of matches, but they seem to have somehow clicked and gotten some chemistry down. But God, I'm going to say this one more time: Cesaro's music just fucking sucks.
Yes.
Those goddamn European car horns and oh God, just generic bullshit. Anyway. I cut you off in the middle of saying something. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the music at all. I think that's actually one of his downfalls. If they actually, the guy, he's naturally over. It's pretty much the way he's been booked, the theme song that he's been given, I should say, and yeah, pretty much Paul Heyman. I don't know. I thought he would be perfect with Paul Heyman, but the way they just booked it, having Paul Heyman talk about the streak being conquered and Cesaro really having nothing to do with that. I thought that kind of hurt him, but I wish they would have kind of capitalized on the fact that he actually got Big Show over, and he could have. It was pretty much like a Hogan and Andre kind of visual. So I think they could have capitalized on that. They rarely mentioned it. They pretty much just talked about the Undertaker's streak being conquered by Brock, and Cesaro's of course not Brock. So I think that kind of hurt him. And yeah, the last couple of weeks he was on a losing streak, and I think that definitely kind of hurt him. And of course WWE's weird ass booking. Now he's on a winning streak, and I have a feeling he's probably going to win the title at Night of Champions.
Maybe. I don't know, man. But I guess we'll see. But yeah, I mean, they really killed his momentum. Turning him heel and turning Swagger face was totally confusing to me. It was just as stupid as trying to turn the Miz face. I mean, the guy's got a natural, no pun intended, face you want to punch. Why would you try to make him a good guy? It's not gonna fucking work. But when I saw him go with Heyman, I was like, what the fuck are they doing to this guy? He just wins this Andre the Giant trophy, and now he's a heel with Heyman? what the fuck?
Makes no sense, right?
No, I was scratching my head. I didn't know what the fuck to do. But hey, what are you gonna do? I mean, WWE, they know what they're doing, according to everybody I talked to.
He went from being a heel to another heel, which rarely happens. Has that ever happened before? Do you recall? I don't ever recall that happening in wrestling.
I don't know. He went from a heel to the verge of being a babyface to being a heel, and he's not a great heel. Not in WWE. I did see his stuff when he was Claudio Castagnoli and he was a heel. He was great in ROH as a heel. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. He's not good in WWE as a heel. Maybe they're holding him back. Maybe it's the scripted promos. I don't know, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm a fan of him either way, man. I think he's a good heel, and I don't know. I just think he was over, man. Let him be a face and give him a proper push.
People want to see the big swing, and they're not going to let him do it as a heel. Let him fucking swing people. Let him get out there and swing the shit out of Mark Henry. People are going to fucking pop for that. Why would you not want your crowd to pop? I don't get it.
They're weird, man. They have their formula, and they have their ways, and that's pretty much set in stone. It has been for years. It's not changing. Unless, I don't know, man. But, yeah, I mean, Cesaro is over. Let him get a push. But I think they're trying to build him back up, obviously, by giving him this title shot. So I'm guessing he's going to win because Sheamus is really not doing well.
Nah, Sheamus is, I mean, Sheamus is what he is, whatever. They need to keep him mid-card and stop trying to shove him down our throats, too. But that's neither here nor there, I guess.
He's not doing anything, that guy.
No, he's not. I got a feeling Cesaro should take that. They've been giving him good feud. Whatever. They've been giving him, some time. They should let him get out there and take that fucking title. And they really need to just put those two titles together already, but that's another subject.
Didn't they, I thought they did.
I think they had announced they were going to, but...
Well, when they...
Isn't there still a U.S. champion right now?
I thought, never mind.
I'm sorry. I might have gone off for a second there, yeah.
About the two world heavyweight titles. That's what I was thinking.
But, sorry, Sheamus isn't the heavyweight champion.
Yeah, I know. I was just off. But speaking of that, did they actually combine them, or not yet?
The heavyweight or the other two?
No, the heavyweight.
Yeah. That was remember the new belt last week?
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if he still had the big gold belt, the WCW one as well. But I guess they combined them, which is good.
Yeah,
about that.
Oh, they were looking for any reason they could to get rid of that WCW belt.
Oh, they milked it as much as they could. I mean,
I personally would rather them keep that title and get rid of the other one and just.
Yeah.
but I appreciate him at least not modifying that title with a big fucking WWE logo on the Golden Eagle, belt. So, whatever. What the belt isn't a huge deal to me. If I like it or not, I don't really give a shit. It's not going to make me like or dislike somebody because they're carrying a shit-looking belt. Unless you put a spinner on it and fucking jump around the ring. But anyway.
Don't give me smart.
Anyway.
Stupidest. Oh, man. What year was that? When did they debuted that? Probably 06, something like that. I wasn't watching wrestling then, so thank God I missed it. But
I don't know. When was that? Was it 05?
I don't know. It's not worth searching it since I'm sure Cena debuted it. But anyway,
yeah, he did. But when
I like
did
the logo, though. I like the new logo, but the belt is just plain. I think it's more leather than anything else, which is not really like glamorous or anything. It's just kind of plain, but
yeah, it is. But What are you gonna do? It's the new network logo.
Speaking of that Cesaro and RVD match, Cesaro, he won, so he's going to be facing Sheamus at Night of the Champions. But what I did like is Cesaro stealing the belt from Sheamus at the end of the match and throwing it directly in his face, like 2 feet away from him. I thought that was a great feel. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I absolutely love it.
Sorry about that phone ringing.
We got commercial for the WWE Network, which you can get for $9.99. And
and right after that match, even the announcers started. I mean, the announcers are just joking about this $9.99 thing now. It's completely just a fucking joke.
It is a joke. I mean, we joke about it. So.
Yeah, it is.
It's absolutely.
It is.
But yeah, we got a commercial for the WWE Network, and they're gonna debut the first 50 episodes of Nitro. So that's gonna be pretty awesome. I'm definitely looking forward to that. And Lawler actually references him saying puppies back in the day, which the way he said puppies, you can tell he was so excited. He's been saving that for so many years to just say puppies. He was so happy to do that, man. You can tell that guy. Oh man,
I told you.
He probably had a boner while he did that, man.
I told you that's all the guy wants to do. He wants to just sit out there, yell puppies, puppies, hee hee, yeah, whip them out, ho ho. Let the fucking guy go. God damn it.
Yeah, I mean that's what made them money, pretty much. I mean.
God damn, let Alicia Fox set them puppies free. They're friggin' huge, for God's sakes. Stop covering them up.
There you go, man. And,
sorry, I went off on a tangent there. I didn't mean to.
Something that I caught was Lawler saying that the Rhodes brothers are gonna get a title shot they are gonna get a title shot, right? At the Night of Champions, and he said they may become the tag team champions for the first time, and I think he might have forgot that they actually were the champions and the Usos took the titles from them. This guy, he just doesn't pay attention anymore, man. Like you said, he just wants to yell puppies. He barely pays attention. He doesn't know what's going on. I mean, let the guy just go out there and be crazy. Like,
yeah,
he's no.
But they did not have the titles as Gold and Stardust.
Yeah, but come on, man. I mean, they just everybody.
Dude.
It's the Rhodes brothers, but
this is the land of wrestling. You're supposed to forget about that and suspend your disbelief. And
yeah,
I mean, they gave him a great name, the Golden Stardust. They've dropped the gold dust because of budget cuts, and it's just Gold and Stardust now. So, what are you gonna do?
They need a better name though. I like Dust to Dust. They could have used that.
Something. Just I really think they're missing out on Dusty going out there with them and just being a manager for them, just as Dusty. But
nah, I don't think that would work.
I would love to see Dusty out there.
Yeah, but they're just being creepy and like poetic and artistic. I mean, what would Dusty Rhodes do?
Sit there and look like he's disappointed in his sons, and I would love it.
That would be funny. But
see, you're already entertained by the thought. I win. Okay.
You got it.
There you go. I told you I was right.
Next on, we got Paige versus Natalya, which whatever, but
that was a new theme for Natalya. I noticed.
I did not. Course.
I did. I don't know why I find her hot, but I do. Anyway.
Have you noticed that she's showing more cleavage? She's
been. I'm liking it.
And I think she used to have this heart section on her chest on her outfit, and I guess they just kind of popped that out, so she's showing more breasts. So
I'm liking it.
I know you are, and we got an awesome suplex in here that Paige took. I don't know if you caught that. She took that like a champ.
Yeah, I did. That was good.
She took it better than Cena took those suplexes. I'll tell you that much. And she goes over with the page turner, which yeah, I guess AJ came out, which I like this. This is weird. She comes out skipping as usual, and Natalya clotheslines her, and she just kind of awkwardly just walks out. AJ helps Paige up, and she basically hugs her and adores her, and she says she knows that her apology and love is sincere for her, and it was a very awkward moment. And Paige obviously looked like she hated it because she hates AJ and she's faking it. You get the storyline, and yeah, and AJ kisses her hand, and I don't know if they're teasing a lesbo gimmick, but this is very weird. It's not edgy. It's just, I mean, she only kissed her hand. I mean, this. I don't know if they are trying to be edgy, but that's not very. I don't know if that's what they're trying to do, but they're not. They haven't accomplished that. But
I don't know. They should just have a match where they crawl on top of each other the whole match, just one after another, and just slow crawl on top of each other. I'm down for that.
That would be nice for a change.
I'm good with it. I mean, it's just a suggestion. If anyone's listening, that's a great match I would have. You might want to hire one or two TNA cameramen to go in there and help you out a little bit.
You are welcome.
just one or two cameramen from TNA. They'll show you which shots to go in on and which ones not to.
Yeah, they are. TNA is good at that. That's one thing they got is perverted cameramen.
Yeah, those cameramen should get raises.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good. They're very good.
Get background checks.
Yeah. Oh, no. No, keep hiring the pervs. I want the pervs doing the camera work in TNA. I don't care if they come into work going, oh, yeah, Velvet Sky, how you doing? Yeah, oh, yeah. I'm good with that.
Oh, man. Yeah. What we got next? We got the eulogy of Dean Ambrose performed Seth Rollins, which I thought this was pretty boring. I mean, this was whatever, man. I don't really have much to say about this. And Kane, he needs to stop just latching on to other people. It seems like to be the third wheel in every feud that has something to do with the Authority. I mean, he's either with Orton or he's with Rollins, and he's always the third guy. I'm just kind of tired of the handicap matches.
Yeah, you're right. He is. He's just that third guy in there. But I don't know, man. But, I really can't stand this fucking moniker they've got for Dean Ambrose, this lunatic fringe.
I like his gimmick.
I like his gimmick. I like him. I don't like the name they keep calling him, the lunatic fringe. I think it's stupid.
I haven't even noticed that. But
Kane did it where we're here for the lunatic fringe, Dean Ambrose's, eulogy. And I'm like, what the fuck? Lunatic? It was on the SummerSlam ad, too.
I mean, even lunatic is fine. But lunatic fringe, that's not catchy or interesting at all. I mean, that's...
No, and I thought they were just doing it for the SummerSlam, because the SummerSlam thing was kind of an old school grindhouse ad. If you watched it, I don't know if you watched that ad, but it was like an old school kind of grindhouse, with the things popping up like Quentin Tarantino-ish.
Yeah.
So it was cool, and one of them, it's popped up lunatic fringe Dean Ambrose, and I'm like, that's not bad. But now they're really using it, and I'm like, fucking gay. So yeah, it was just whatever. But yeah, I mean, that was what it was. I thought it was pretty boring myself, and I agree. Kane is just,
dude, he needs to retire,
or just be, I don't know. Yeah, whatever.
It's fine, man. No, I mean, I hate to say that because I was a fan, but it's time, dude. His gimmick is just completely just torn. It's not believable. It's just silly. The whole corporate Kane thing is terrible. That is bad wrestling at its finest right there. And yeah, I mean, I hope they at least don't retire him as corporate Kane, because that would be awful. That would be terrible. I certainly hope they don't do that.
I hope not either, but I don't know what they're going to. I don't know. I have no clue what they're going to do.
Well, next we got the Dust Brothers against the Usos, which I thought was a pretty good match. And yeah, we're gonna see it again at Night of the Champions. So looking forward to that. And I can't hear you. Got to turn your volume up. Having some technical difficulties here, ladies and gentlemen. Got to raise your volume a tad bit more. Can't really hear you. A little bit more.
Hold on. I don't know what happened there. Everything was fine.
Technology is wonderful when it works. Really shitty when it doesn't.
How about now?
Yep, got you back.
There we go. I don't know what happened there. Sorry about that. Okay. I just had to shut something down. Suddenly it popped right back on.
Yeah, you're back. You're back, but your sound is very low.
I should be good now. Oh, no one can hear me. Hold on a sec. All right. How about now?
I can hear you, but it's not loud.
Let me just jump up for a 2-second break here and we'll be right back.
I can hear you now.
Tombstone just for you. Dance with the Taker. Rest in peace. The most powerful entity.
Alright, sorry about that, people. I don't know what happened there. My computer had a little lockup problem. Hope everybody can hear me now. We are back.
We are back.
Okay.
John Cena. No selling the hell out of this shit.
Actually, where were we?
We were at the Dust Brothers against the Usos.
Yeah, we were. Oh no, or we were yeah, right after the eulogy. Right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good match. Looking forward to the rematch, and I believe that Goldust, or I should say Gold Stardust. What was it? Golden Stardust? Whatever the hell you want to call these guys. I'm thinking that they're going to take the tag titles, which I'm absolutely fine with. Yeah. Speaking of Stardust, and I know you mentioned him before, Sam Roberts at Not Sam on YouTube if you guys want to check that out. He has an interview with Star.
Or was that right after this that Brock promo came on?
No, after this was Sandown, I think.
All right, I think right in between something we missed talking about that Brock pre-tape that they had. That was amazing. Did you see that?
I told you, man. Let Brock go on the mic. He's not bad. Pre-taped, he's not bad. He's good.
No, he's not. And this is what they need to do. This proves, I hope WWE realizes, this proves you do not need your champion out there every week fucking talking, and especially if he's going to be out there losing like they seem to make champions do. Doesn't need to be there every week. Can do this. Matter of fact, they should have had Cena do something like this too and not been there this week. God damn, this was fucking excellent. It was amazing. I loved it. I fucking loved it. This was the best part of the show for me.
Absolutely. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
Brock's probably best promos and mic work.
This pre-tape is the way to go with Brock. I mean, it's the smartest way to go. The guy looks like what he really is. I mean, he looks like a badass in every single one of them. But yeah, it was amazing. Matter of fact, I have great here in capital letters on how great it was. It was awesome.
That guy is huge, man. I mean, during this video package, there was this one part where he was like stretching out. I mean, this guy he does not look human. He looks like he should get a part in the next 300. I mean, this guy is huge.
Yeah, he's a mountain, just a huge mountain of a man, a massive guy.
Yep. I don't know about his tattoo though. His tattoo is that one's a bad one.
Yeah, who's gonna say it to his face?
No one. But
unless you're looking to commit suicide in a painful way, I wouldn't say it to his face. I would tell him it's a beautiful tattoo and I love it.
We got Rollins and Kane, and they apparently want a piece of Roman Reigns, and that rhymed, which was not supposed to happen, but it did. And this was just another blah segment. Anything that has Kane in it is pretty much just shit. So, whatever, man. I don't know. What are you thinking? Since Ambrose is gone for a couple weeks, are they gonna put Reigns against Rollins at Night of Champions? Is this?
I'm thinking Reigns goes against Rollins. That's probably what's going to happen. I mean, it seems to be they're trying to groom Reigns for the Royal Rumble WrestleMania spot, to go against Brock if he holds it that long, which I can see him doing. But I don't know. I see it probably going, but I mean, Ambrose is only gone for a couple of weeks, so I don't know. But I mean, I guess you got to put another guy. It makes sense, another guy from the Shield coming in and kind of taking Ambrose's spot to, the two faces of the Shield. It makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah,
I think if anybody, it's probably going to be Rollins or Ambrose that probably pulls the best match out of Roman Reigns, since obviously they have chemistry. They were together for almost 2 years, so I think he can definitely. I don't want to say carry, but he can definitely help him out in the ring, and because let's face it, him and Randy Orton, they had an okay match. It was exactly what I expected. It wasn't bad. It was just boring. But I feel like if he has a match against Seth Rollins, it could definitely be exciting.
Yeah, I think so too. Rollins seems to be able to pull a match out of anybody. I think you just said that actually. So. Yeah, that'd be great. I see nothing wrong with it.
Absolutely. Next, we got the Miz coming out. I like this, man. I thought this was hilarious.
Miz, go ahead.
Oh man, the Miz came and the Hollywood star that he is basically says that he has a stunt double that will be performing instead of him tonight. And, of course, the stunt double is no other than Sandow. Damian Sandow came in dressed as The Miz, and I love the fact that he actually used his movesets, and he did the absolute worst figure four leg lock that I've ever seen in my life. And I think he did that on purpose just to kind of rip The Miz at how bad his attempts are doing the same move, which I thought was funny.
Oh God, it was. I don't know. I feel horrible for Sandow. I'm sorry, I do. And you can say, oh, he's on TV. He's still getting a push because he's on TV. Go fuck yourself. I don't agree. I think this guy is being underutilized, and this is going to be a tough gimmick for him to get out from under.
Did you see the figure four?
I did.
Did you see how bad it was?
I did.
Do you think it was on purpose? Just to kind of poke fun at The Miz?
Yeah, I think it might have been kind of a little dig at The Miz. But then again, it could have been just, I don't know. But it looked like it.
And it had to be. It looked like, oh man, it was absolutely the worst. But, yeah. And another funny thing is, when The Miz came out for the commentary, he acknowledged JBL, he acknowledged Michael, and he completely no-sold Jerry Lawler's handshake, and he just left him hanging, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. And yeah, it was very awkward. And I don't know if you caught that, but that was a little funny gem in there. You guys didn't.
I actually didn't catch that, but that's funny.
Absolutely hilarious.
Jesus.
Stunt double loss, of course, to Ziggler. And yeah, Ziggler, he's awesome, man. Can't complain. I thought it was an okay match. It was kind of funny. Whatever.
Yeah, thank God Ziggler's getting some sort of push, even if it's going against jobbers. I'm down with it. But I don't know. Then we got then something really shocked me after this match. I'm sitting there, and here comes a commercial. Who do I see on the commercial? Jeff Hardy?
Yeah, I think they're trying to get him back.
Well, it looks like they're showing his old DVD on the network, which, all right, that's fine.
Yeah, but they're doing it right before TNA, man.
I couldn't believe it. Well, I mean, as far as I know, he's locked up with TNA for a good while. So, I don't know.
I guess, man. You never know. Never know how the wrestling business works.
No, but I don't know. I mean, he could do whatever he does, but hey, it was what it was. But yeah, it looks like they're showing his old DVD on the network. Good for him. I mean, he'll get something from that, I'm sure, but
yeah,
just strange, man. Just very strange.
Strange it is.
Yep.
Next, we got the Bella segment, which...
Oh, God.
I have a lot of notes on this, surprisingly.
I do, too, for some reason.
I hated it, but I thought... I think Nikki is pretty decent, although I actually pretty much hate her. I feel like Brie is a good person. She's very likable, but she's a terrible actress. My God, she is horrible. That was horrendous, dude. That was hard to watch. I mean, that was bad television. And yeah, basically, Jerry Lawler came out and sat both of them down. And yeah, if you want to go ahead and talk about this, I'll let you get it started and I'll jump in.
I thought it was horrible. I thought it was bad. Just horrible. Brie's acting. You're right. Nikki isn't as bad. Brie is. I mean, she's doing everything she can not to cry, and it's so horrible. It's B. It's not. It's B level. I mean, you call her husband a B+ player. She's not even a B level actress, in my opinion. So
she was smiling when she was supposed to be crying. Did you? Yeah. When she got up from the mat, she was smiling for a split second, and I just thought, man, this is not good. How do they not see this?
And poor Lawler just has to sit there while this whole thing is going on for like 8 or 9 minutes. Lawler's just sitting there in the back, like with this dumbfounded look on his face, like he really gives a fuck. You know what he's trying to do, obviously. I mean, the guy he copped a feel on Nikki when he pulled her off Brie. He looked like he was trying to give her the Heimlich. Yeah, right.
You know Lawler. That's
yeah.
Little
puppies.
Man.
So yeah, I mean, but I'm gonna say this, and I might get fucking heat for it. But you go ahead and you hire soap opera writers to write a wrestling show, and this is what's gonna fucking happen. You're gonna get shitty storylines and shitty acting. And I'm sorry, but this is a shitty storyline.
Dude, that script was a soap opera. You could tell that soap opera people wrote that. It was so scripted. It was terrible. I mean, some of the stuff in there was nice. I like the fact that she said, they were holding hands in the womb, and she said, no, you were just holding me back. That was just a subliminal, that she's been holding her back all her life, whatever. And I like that Nikki said, stop fantasizing about us, about twins, you fat, ugly fans, or whatever she said to the front row. I thought that was, that's something that WWE usually does not let them do. I mean, Ric Flair, remember him? He used to, fat boy, he used to always say that. That's good heel stuff. That's just classic stuff. I enjoyed it. I thought that little stuff like that is good. And she said that, Brie used to steal her boyfriend. She's a liar. She's just terrible acting. And troll-faced husband is what she said that Brie Bella has. And even though Daniel Bryan is gone, they still poke fun at this guy and they still shit on this guy somehow, some way. Which
it's like they're just looking for every turn they can to just put him down. I mean, if this is your idea of trying to keep a guy relevant, if this is how you're going to do it, stop. Just stop. I mean, you'll sit there and, cater to Cena like he's a fucking god. Half the crowd boos him, yet a guy who's over with probably 90% of your audience, they're going to fucking just bury like he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, and something that surprised me is Nikki said, I hope that she died in the womb, which I thought was going to get a bigger reaction. It kind of just got silenced, which is I'm not sure if people were surprised that she said that, but yeah, that was a bit harsh.
That was awkward. It was kind of like, wow, did she really just say that?
I think that's low, man. I don't care if it's storyline or not. They're real life actors. I'm not a fan of saying stuff like this, and they used to do stuff like this all the time. I mean, saying Eddie Guerrero is in hell, and Randy Orton saying all that stuff. I've never been a big fan of wrestling angles that really incorporate real life things and really just shit on them in this fashion. I thought this was a low ball. Of course, Brie's okay with it. Obviously, she gave him okay, but I don't see how both of them were absolutely okay with doing this. But I guess to each his own. I mean, they're the ones involved, so.
Money talks, my friend. Money talks.
Yep, I hear you.
Hogan would have done it.
Yes, he would.
See? That was a callback. That was good. Okay.
Hogan doesn't get, man.
All right, what do we got next? Like I said, I don't have the list. I just got my notes.
Yeah. We got a nice slap in there as well, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Every Bella segment has to have a slap now, which I'm going to go ahead and say, man, I give them respect for taking those slaps because they've been slapping the hell out of each other. I mean, man, those are some hard slaps, especially the one from a few weeks ago that he gave the Brie. Man, my God, that thing was loud.
Yeah, those girls can fucking put a slap down. I'll give them that. They can. I mean, you can tell it's really open and it's kind of to the head, but it's more to the ear, which looks worse.
Yeah. And,
so yeah, I'll give them that. But
something else I noticed was Jerry Lawler also had a ring that had the Superman logo on there, which obviously means he's a John Cena fan.
Is that what it means?
Yeah, Superman, man.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I know Lawler's a big comic book fan, and he writes or does some drawings for comics. But yeah, there you go. I mean, well, he is a Cena fan. We all know it.
Yeah, I'm surprised Hogan wasn't wearing one of those.
I'm surprised Hogan didn't have Cena wristbands on.
I'm surprised as well. I'm surprised he wasn't wearing Cena's merchandise, since pretty much the same colors.
There you go. Pretty much. Like I said, though, it's just that last color, I think, in the Fruity Pebbles box he hasn't worn yet.
Yeah. So next we got Reigns against Rollins and Kane. What did you think of this one?
I don't have many notes on this. I thought it was a pretty decent match. I noticed the one spot that was botched like a motherfucker was when Reigns put Kane into the turnbuckle post.
Yeah.
Kane was about 1.5 feet away from that thing and still sold it like a champ.
Yeah, he was off last night. He botched a lot of stuff. I know.
He did seem to be. Yeah. I mean, I thought it was a good match. I liked that they brought the cinder blocks, I'm air quoting, back into it. It's kind of cool. I mean, you know they're not real, and it's a cool thing to do anyway. Who cares? It looks good. I like it. Something different for the angle. So yeah, I was good with it.
Breaking up a bit.
Actually, you were locking up too. I don't know why I'm having a little internet problem here, but
yeah,
it's going in and out. You were locked up for a minute, but I can still hear you.
Do you wanna go on a 5-minute break and get this figured out? Breaking up.
Yeah, we can do that real quick. Give me let's go ahead and do that. We will be back in 5. We'll see you in a couple minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks. All right, we're back again. Sorry for all these problems, people. I don't know what the hell is going on. We're not doing anything different. One of our internets is just having a fucked up time, so no big deal. All right, we neither one of us were very into the last match. I know Cena won, so we're gonna go ahead and scrap Raw and go to TNA.
Ladies and gentlemen, scrap Raw straight into TNA.
Forget Raw, right into the TNA. Total non-stop action.
Dude, I'm loving TNA, man. I've been enjoying every single show for the last maybe 2 months.
Yeah, I'm right with you, man. And I'd been watching before, and you could see they were kind of ramping up to doing some better shows. But yeah, this was definitely a better show. I mean, they've gotten progressively better over the past 2 months. The last 8 shows have been badass.
Yeah, I'm very satisfied with TNA. But I guess we can go ahead and get on to the show if you want to go ahead and start it. Because I don't remember what happened at first, but I did watch it.
All right, we started with they came out both fucking guns blazing, man. Stairway to Janice match, which, yes, is a horrible name for a match, but let's not get into that.
Great match, though.
Great match. These fucking degenerates were chanting, "We want fire."
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just kidding about the degenerates. I loved it. I was laughing my ass off.
No, but I'm against it, dude. I mean, come on, man. I mean, at least appreciate the fact that they're bringing in barbed wire again, thumbtacks. I mean, we haven't seen this stuff I haven't seen this stuff on my television. Of course, we've seen it on the indies in Japan, but
we got nothing for you in creative. All right, well, I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy is amazing. Some of the things he does, I don't really get his character, but the moves this guy does, and he's so different from a lot of the guys. It's like he's smooth. He doesn't. I don't know. His transition from move to move is amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the guy.
It's definitely unique.
Yeah, I like him a lot. I think he's amazing. So
I thought it was a great match, though.
Yeah,
great match, and definitely very hard hitting. The hard hitting style came in, very stiff. Got a lot of chops and kicks, of course. And Samoa Joe's his chest, man, it was bruised up, and very very brutal. And these guys are friends. They came in the business together, so this is not the first time. So got a great match out of them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you for the first 2 matches, I don't think you could ask for much more on a wrestling show, especially a TNA show. And then we get into, and then this is where it kind of started. This is where it got downhill for me, with Shaw and Anderson. This Sam Shaw, I liked him in the beginning, but this guy sucks a dick.
Absolutely, he's terrible. Terrible.
He sucks a fucking dick. He's horrible. I liked him in the beginning. I liked when the storyline had Sam Shaw's mom in it, who looked just like Christy Hemme. I thought that was going to be awesome. Why didn't they keep that going?
Because it's TNA.
Anderson should have been railing his mom in the ring in front of him. That's what I wanted to fucking see.
Very simply said, it's because it's TNA. They make the wrong choices.
Yeah, there was one funny spot in this match, though, where Shaw looks down at Anderson and goes, say you quit. Anderson goes, okay, you quit.
Yeah, I did not watch this match because Sam Shaw's in it. So.
Yeah, I really was pushing for him in the beginning, but the guy is just the character's a flop. It's time to cut bait, cut your fucking losses, and do something with them. Just do something. But yeah, I thought that was a funny spot when Anderson did that. Anderson always finds a way to make me laugh almost every show.
Yeah, he's all right, I guess.
Yeah, I like Anderson. I always have. So whatever.
What do we have next?
Next, from there we went to. Hold on one second here. There we went to a little promo in the ring from the Hardys and Team 3D, and the Wolves come out, and this is going to lead up to a 6-man tag team match that I'm dying to see.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, TNA, it's been really good recently.
And again, I still see people, oh, it's 2014, who wants to see the Dudleys and the Hardys?
Oh, man. Oh,
I do. I want to see it. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe I'm a fan of old school wrestling, but I want to see those.
Cena fans, dude. They're Cena fans.
I'm hearing this from guys who aren't Cena fans, which is shocking me a little bit, but I don't know.
That is...
I don't know. It's very. I don't know. But this to me is a dream match. I can't wait to see it. And I mean, it was it was what it was. They brought up a lot of shit, but yeah, Wolves came down, agreed, and now we're gonna have a nice 6-man dream match.
I did not realize how small Davey Richards is. Man, this guy is damn near a midget.
Yeah, he's a tiny little guy.
Tiny little guy. I mean, my God, this guy is small.
Yeah, he's a little one. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know why, but he can go in the fucking ring, man. The guy can move.
Speaking of little guys, are you looking forward to what's the name that movie the Leprechaun? Forward to this movie.
I've only seen the first Leprechaun, so I don't know. It's not going to be. I don't know. I haven't seen one review on it.
You mean to tell me that you've never seen Leprechaun in the Hood?
Nope.
Classic. Terrible classic.
No.
Terrible.
I've seen Tales from the Hood.
No, that's a terrible movie. That's just terrible.
I thought it was funny.
I hated that movie. That was terrible.
I've seen that, and I've what else have I seen? I don't know, but no, I've never seen that. Sorry.
I think that guy, what's his name? Warwick? The midget that played the Leprechaun. He had a show on HBO.
I know he did for a while.
I think his name is Warwick. That guy's great, man. I thought his show was hilarious.
Yeah, I never saw his show, but I've seen the first Leprechaun, and it was what it was. But I don't know. I have no clue how this movie's gonna be.
Dude, if you have video, check out Life's Too Short. That's his show. Comedic genius. This guy is awesome, man. Check it out. I highly recommend that. Anybody listening right now, man, check that out. Great stuff.
Nice.
Life's Too Short.
You just made me think of the old rapper Too Short. That was his album's name.
He sucked too, man. That guy was terrible.
I like that one song, Too Short.
Yeah. I can't even name one song that he did, man. That guy sucked.
Too Short. That was the name.
That was the song. I never listened to him, man. Terrible.
Yeah, that was it. So, I don't know. And then after that, we got Mike Tenay in Dixie's bedroom.
Yeah, very, very awkward.
And
Dude, she got a broken back. Why are you coming back, man? Don't come back. Please don't come back. Again, there you go. Why are we rhyming tonight?
I don't know. But they go through this whole thing. It was what it was. It was Dixie being... But I thought it was hilarious. And then Dixie grabs this whistle. and like it was like an old recorder you would get in school, and whistles for Surge.
Yeah.
I loved it. I don't know why. It was such a horrible segment. It was so stupid, but I
Why
liked
is
it.
she back? I thought her going through the table was gonna be her send off, and
I thought it was, and that's what I had read. That's what everyone thought. Looks like it's not.
nope, she will be back soon. I mean, she already was back this week, so whatever, man. I mean that table spot though, that was awesome. that looked that looked brutal. That was a hard hitter.
Yeah, and by the way, that guy's name is Warwick Davis.
There you go.
Thanks to Matt in the chat room. I Googled it. He was correct. Warwick Davis is right.
Yeah, that guy's awesome, man. Check out his show if anybody hasn't watched it. It's called Life's Too Short.
Yep.
Yep. On there, a bunch of other people. Great show.
So, yeah, dude, I could not stop laughing at that segment. I had to pause it for a minute because I was laughing so hard.
Yeah, it was weird. That's for sure.
It was so awkward, but so funny. It was so out of place. It didn't even need to be there, but it was funny. And wow, I mean, what a lead-in to Angelino versus Gale.
Well, before we go into that,
Go ahead.
what was the point of this? I mean, what was gained through this video package of Dixie and her Benjamin? I mean,
just to take a break from wrestling. I don't know. It was kind of Vince Russo.
because Vince Russo is still working for them and he's working for the WWE.
Yeah, I mean it was kind of yeah, exactly.
Break.
It was kind of Russo. I mean, just here we're gonna go from the great match. Nobody wants to see the good matches. They want to see no match. I mean, Vince Russo. I was listening to his podcast the other day, and he's sitting there telling Disco Inferno, Glenn Gilberti, that the highest rating segments are when there's no wrestling on, when it's talking.
I don't.
Is he fucking serious?
That's bullshit. I don't believe that.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
A lot.
So, I don't know. So, that's something he would do right there. Forget all the wrestling. Let's get some talking in.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. What did it gain? Nothing. A laughter. I got a chuckle out of it, so that's something.
Yeah, I did as well. So it is what it is, man. But I'm not looking forward to this lady coming back.
No, I really thought she was going to be gone, so what are you going to do?
What do we have
I
next?
don't know.
Main event?
No, this is the Angelina versus Gail Kim match.
You're breaking
Last knockouts. Oh. Got me again now?
Yeah, you're breaking up pretty bad again.
All right. I just think this might be your internet.
Gotta bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. Give us 1 minute.
Yeah, I got a feeling this is your internet. All right, you got me back yet?
There's no way to make this easy. And I know we've been through some good and troubled times. There's never been a right time to say goodbye. But if I stay, she'll only see right through me. And then that look of shame inside my eyes.
Pretty close to the modem. I'm like,
Anyway, sorry for that, people. We had to take another little. I don't know what's going on here. We're having some internet problems. I'm not sure whose internet it is. Mine, his. Fuck you, technology. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. Next main event. Total non-stop action.
Are we there? Actually, we were still on that Angelina match. We hadn't gotten through that. I got a lot of better than Divas chants, and it was actually a good match for knockouts.
It was a good match. I did watch this.
I'll watch Angelina bend over in her short pants any day.
I'll pass on that.
I like them jacked up, fake tits. Doesn't bother me one bit.
Dude, she looks like a dude, man. She should come up with that Aerosmith song. Terrible, dude.
I don't know. She was less manly than ODB, and
she looks terrible.
I'd motorboat me some ODB though. But anyway, you were right. Main event, TNA, tits and ass. Oh, I'm sorry. 6 sides of steel.
You're breaking up pretty bad again.
Damn it.
Now you're good again. Good.
All right. 6 sides of steel.
6 sides of steel. Total non-stop action.
Steel.
Steel chairs. Steel everything tonight. Barbed wire. We got it all.
Yeah. It was a good, damn good match though, man. I thought it was
damn good show. The whole show was awesome.
Yeah, it was. What surprised me in this match is the crowd was really between Austin Aries and Bobby Roode. It wasn't until the end of the match that EY started getting some chants.
Yeah, I mean let's be honest. I mean he's not the greatest. He's all right. Nothing really wrong with the guy, but he just. I don't want to be so cliche, but he just doesn't have that it factor. He's just a mid-card guy.
Yeah, I mean, I've always liked him. I mean, he's obviously given everything to, be where he's at. I mean, the guy has had some horrible gimmicks, and he's made something of them. So, I mean, you got to give him a little credit where credit is due. But, yeah, I mean, it was, I liked him as a champion, but it didn't go over good. So, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I hear you.
But hell of a match, and they did the old school finish with it, where they went for the tie on the drop down. They both jumped out at the same time, and obviously they botched. If you looked closely, it's pretty obvious TNA botched this because they did it with the quick camera instead of So they must have botched it, and but whatever, it worked. It was fine. You had to really watch it to probably notice it anyway. But I loved it. What did you think of this match?
It was great. I thought the whole show was awesome. If I had to rate the show, honestly, I'd probably give it like an 8, 8.5 out of 10. Thought it was a great show overall. The only thing that I could really complain about is the Sam Shaw segment, and I didn't watch it, thankfully, so I can't complain about that either. To me, it was a great show. Great main event. Great way to start the show. Probably the best hardcore match I've watched on live television in probably a year or so, at least.
It was definitely good. I loved it, but thought it was great. I thought it was a badass show, and TNA is just kicking fucking ass when it comes to shows right now. I mean, they got one ECW chant, which I think they're trying to. It looks like they're with Rhino actually having a feud. It looks like they're kind of trying to get away from the ECW guys a little bit.
Yeah, they should definitely step away from the ECW gimmick, and I remember somebody said this. I can't recall who said it, but I think it was actually Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman said this. He said TNA is best at promoting other promotions other than themselves. It's definitely absolutely their problem. I mean, they're good at promoting ECW. They're good at promoting WWE. They just can't promote themselves, which is a big problem.
Yeah, I mean, you know, yeah, you're right, and they do, and they've been promoting, especially ECW and WWE, two companies they've, you know, neither one they've owned. But I mean, you know, but it looks like, I'm hoping I'm right here. It looks like they're trying to find their own direction and kind of get away from the ECW. Hopefully, they'll keep this good show stuff going. But I don't know. They may not. But you know, there was not one ECW or WWE mentioned on this show that I remember.
Yeah, that's good, man. It's good to hear finally.
Yeah, I don't think there was. So, but that was it. That was TNA. I think we made it through the whole thing. That was fast.
That was the TNA, folks.
Made it through TNA in about 20 minutes.
Well, it's because it was a good show. There's not much to complain about. When it's good, it's good. I mean,
and it was good. I definitely thought it was. So we can, I guess we can start talking about news. And if anybody wants to call in, I posted the number. Let me see something here. I'm just trying to get it because I actually don't have it memorized yet.
I'm gonna talk some wrestling news.
Yeah, call in, talk some wrestling. You wanna, if we're talking about something you don't like it, you want to change the subject, change the son of a bitch. So that's not a problem with us. And you can either Skype THT podcast or call 469-206-4466. So there's two ways you can get a hold of us right there.
Why don't you go ahead and plug that number in like 5 more times?
In where? Let's see. What? 469-206-4466.
There you go.
Yeah, call it. Call it, goddammit. We want to talk to you people. We want to know someone's fucking listening to this show. So, and let's see here. I guess we can start talking about news, see if anybody does call in. If they don't, we're going to keep trying it until someone does every goddamn week. So, deal with it, people.
There you go.
Yeah, there is a few things in the news. There's, TNA reportedly has another network interested in them. Not a very large network, kind of one that people would expect. It's Velocity by Discovery.
Yeah.
A lot of I have it. I did check. It's a lot of car shows. Not very good for TNA though, because it's in about half of the homes that TNA is in right now.
THT podcast.
That's it. I had clicked out of it. I forgot about that. So yeah, that's it. And I posted something that they got a deal in Africa, and it was a weird part, but it's not the. But I mean, TNA has so many of these overseas deals. Do people really think they're just going to close down?
No, they're definitely not. But it's certainly going to hurt them. I mean, if they don't have a deal in the States, they're definitely not going to close down right away. But potentially, probably in the next couple of years, if they lose the deal with Spike and they don't get on a better or you know a platform that's somewhat respected or shown across the states. I mean, if they're in 48 homes that you said out of the 90 that they're going to be in now, I mean that's bad numbers, dude.
Yeah, I mean, for a station that only gets 1 million viewers, to cut that back is going to be, I mean, talk about a blow. That's a hit. That's a big fucking hit.
Yeah, going from 1 million to probably like a 0.4. So they're barely surviving. Hopefully they survive, and it's kind of sad because they're having their best product on their last days. Hopefully not her last days.
Wow, man. Yeah, but they got a deal. Hold on, I just got it pulled up. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. They got a deal. It looks like it was in sub-Saharan Africa until 2019.
Yeah, but that's not.
I guess this is one of the parts of Africa that's like becoming huge and big, and it's like kind of like Dubai. People think, they think of India, they think of desert, but Dubai is like a huge city.
Well,
I guess this is kind of it. So let's see. It's
like Saudi Arabia. It's not in India.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, I mean, it looks like, but I mean, at least they've got some. At least they've got something going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely have some deals. I just hope they remain on TV in the States, because I live in the States, obviously, and I want to watch it. So if they're in Africa, I could not care less.
Yeah, I know. So
I'm not streaming.
I know.
I'm not streaming it off YouTube. I'm not doing none of that shit, man. If it's on my television, I'll watch it. If it's not, goodbye TNA.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, yeah, you're right. But I mean, but it's all I'm saying is it's a good thing that they still have something going, and that they're not just, they're not gonna die. No matter how much people want TNA to die, they may die in the United States, which I don't see happening. I mean, they could go over to London and probably get a TV deal without a problem.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really don't. I don't see it. I mean, I'm sure that's probably last ditch effort for them. But who knows, man? I hope they fucking. I hope they do, man.
Absolutely.
So I just hope they fucking survive. That's all I hope. So let's see here. What else we got? Speaking of ODB and her giant motorboat and magnets, she looks like she's done from TNA too.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I'm gonna miss her. So.
Dude, those were giant. How can you not miss those? Those were huge.
Yeah, when it's on a lady like her, I can definitely miss them.
I don't know, man. She was pretty entertaining. She'd come out there, kind of act like a dude, grab her crotch, grab her tits. I liked it. I mean, I don't know. It was entertaining to me.
Yeah, I mean, it was entertaining, just not attractive.
I didn't care. Whatever. I'm a weirdo. You know I am. So, I don't fucking know. I don't know. Let's get back to some, speaking of WWE news, let's get back to it. We were talking last week about the stable, Nation of Domination 2, or whatever you want to call it.
Nation of Domination.
It looks like they're not doing away with it, after all. It looks like they all three made an appearance at a house show in somewhere in Stockton. I'm not sure where that is, but Big E and Kofi were down there, and Woods was with them. So Big E and Kofi faced Harper and Rowan, and Xavier Woods was with them. So maybe they didn't give up on it, and I'm kind of hoping they don't.
Nice. I am very excited about this. By the way, you sound fine again. We're back to being normal.
Awesome. I don't know what that was, but we're over it now. So
absolutely,
that's a good thing, because I don't want to sound garbled and mumbled and garbled. So, and I'm just checking out some more stuff here. I don't want to end the show just yet. This would be a quick show.
Hulk Hogan pissed off at Brock Lesnar.
Yes. You got that pulled up? Go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah, apparently, I don't have it pulled up. I just heard about it. But apparently Brock Lesnar went off the script and called him old man, basically, and said, "Party's over, Grandpa." And, of course, if you know Hulk Hogan, he does not like being tied in with being old. He's very protected, and he's never referred to as an old man. So this is definitely a first. And he was pissed off about it, apparently, and it doesn't really surprise me, because I expected him to be pissed about this. So there you go.
I don't know. I'm not sure he really is. I really think Hulk Hogan is trying anything he can to get a match by him to get one more match, and I don't think WWE wants it. But I think he's pushing every angle he can to set himself up where they don't have a choice.
Yeah, that could be.
I mean, that's just me. Again, I'm a nobody, so what do I know? I'm just a guy with a microphone.
I definitely hope that he's going to have one more match.
I personally would love to see it, and I would love to see him and Brock in the ring together, personally.
Yeah,
but
that's
I don't.
Too much, dude. That is not happening.
I don't know. I mean, all right. Who else do you put him in with? Like I said, well, we did say there could be a tag match, which is probably what would happen. It would be Hogan, Cena, Brock, maybe Cesaro. Who knows?
Realistically, I could see him against Triple H, but we've already seen that. Sting, but then again, both of them probably need to be carried, so that's probably not going to be a great match.
Saw that in TNA. WWE will not do it because of that, I got a feeling. Just a feeling, but I don't think they will because it was done in TNA.
Maybe against... No, I can't see that either. I was gonna say Bray Wyatt, but there's no way they're gonna have Hogan's last match with Bray. I mean, honestly,
no, that'd be a Sting match.
Best option is probably Brock, but I think I wouldn't trust Brock. If I was Hogan, yeah, kind of reckless. I think he would probably break a hip.
Who cares?
I don't. I'm sure he does. It's his hip.
He probably does, but I don't know. I could see more the tag team match with Hogan in it than anything. Obviously,
yeah.
I definitely think that would have more. That would be more something that WWE would do just to keep him protected if they did it. If they did it.
Here, apparently, Batista may be done with the WWE, which I don't believe.
I saw that.
I think he's gonna come back, dude. I can see that's actually a match that I would be invested in. Brock against Batista. I mean, sounds good to me.
Yeah, I could see that.
Do it at Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, one of the big shows. I'd definitely be interested in seeing it.
I would too. Yeah, that actually wouldn't be a bad match. I'd like to see that.
Now, I know you mentioned Ryback. You want to go ahead and talk about that?
Go for it.
Well, actually, you go for it because you saw the tweet. I didn't see the tweet.
Yeah, there was a tweet saying that he was taking a break. The tweet has since been deleted. Let me get to this real quick because it was right on my. Give me 1 second here. It was. I know the tweet has been deleted because I did read that a little while ago, but it was saying that Ryback said, "Here it is, right here." Give me 2 seconds to. Now, speaking of, while I'm pulling this up, I know RVD might be already. That might have been his last match we saw on TV. For a while at least. Yeah, he said on Twitter that he was taking some time off from the company. He said exactly, going away for a while to get some stuff fixed. Have not been myself for quite some time. P.S. Sorry, Punk. Hashtag Ryback. And it had a photo that was kind of a strange photo. But again, it's been deleted, so it's not there anymore. But I don't know what that was about. It was very weird. Ryback does these weird tweet things, though, so I don't take any of it seriously.
Sorry, Punk.
Yeah, sorry, Punk. Well, I don't know. The picture, by the way, I don't know if you saw the picture. The picture was of the spot that he botched of the table with Punk.
Oh, yeah?
And it had the table perfectly perfectly set up. And it had Punk lying beside it and him standing up there. Action figures. It was pretty funny, actually. But I don't know.
I got right here that Piper, he apparently did a one night show and he called Ric Flair an asshole and he said that he can't keep his dick in his pants and he preferred not to be around Ric Flair. Also, he said that Vince McMahon has a grudge against him because he told Vince off one time, and he told Vince that he's a failed concert promoter as well as a failed bodybuilder, and he failed as a football promoter as well. So I'm not sure if there's any truth to this, but I can definitely see Vince holding a grudge, and rightfully so. He has the right to. He kind of lowballed him, and this is from Meltzer.
I don't know about Piper, man. He
does lie.
Yeah, I don't know about Piper. He does lie a lot. He gets caught in his lies. Somebody we both know has actually blatantly heard him lie. I'm not going to bring up who that is, but I mean, it's just it's. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's true, maybe it's not. I could see Piper going off on doing that, but Flair's an asshole and can't keep his dick in his pants? No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah.
That's why we love him.
Absolutely.
That's why I like him. I mean, Flair is Flair. He's not trying to be anybody else.
Yeah, I mean, that's why he was over.
Exactly.
Crazy old man.
Yeah.
An elbow on his coat, which I always thought was magnificent, man. That was hilarious to me.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was great. Taking his shirt off and DDTing the air.
Dude, he was doing that every fucking week when Flair was in TNA, and it was amazing. And that woo off with him and Lethal was amazing. But we've said that before. But Flair was elbow dropping his shirt weekly in TNA. I was loving it.
He's a wild man.
He could do that all day for all I care. I could watch Flair all night, all day. He's just badass.
Now my computer is on 2%, so if it dies, let's just go on a 5-minute break while I go downstairs and charge this bad boy up again.
There you go. Yeah, that's well, I mean, we can go ahead and take one if you want to go grab a plug or whatever.
Yeah, let's take a 5-minute break. I'll just go pull this up.
All right, I'll get another beer. We will take 5. We'll see you in 5. People, hold on.
You're gonna say will break her heart and make her cry. There's never been a right time to say goodbye. To say goodbye. Lies will only Behold the king of kings. On your knees, dog. All hail. Bow down to the king. Bow down to the king. In red as he walked from the place where the traitor lost both his name and his face. Through the halls and the corridors, stinking in blood, he tasted his grin, and it tasted good. The king took his head, left him broken and dead. Bow down to the king. Bow down to the king. Bow down to the king, left none living, unable to tell. The king took their heads and he sent them to hell. Their screams echo loud in the place of their death. Ripped open they die with their final breath. They hail the king of kings. Bow down to the king. Bow down to the king. Bow down to the king. Into the dirt. His will be done. Now feel your fear. There can be only one. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down to the. Bow down. Bow down to the king. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. The king is here. Now feel your fear. The king of kings. All hail the king. On your knees for the king of kings. There is only one.
And we're back once again.
We are back.
We are sorry for all these breaks tonight, people, but
Back.
whatever. You won't hear them in the archives, so you guys have to rock out to the music, no one else.
We got a bonus.
There you go. How many people get to jam to King of Kings during a break? On your knees, dog.
Every week at Raw, pretty much.
Oh, yeah, you're right. All right, anyway. Anyway, where were we?
We're news.
Talking about news, begging for callers. Come on, people, call in, do something. Skype us, call us. Skype us and call us.
I'll call them if you want to, man. Eventually people will call. Most people listen on the archives. But,
yeah, I'm not that worried about it.
Anyway, we got Hulk Hogan talking about the Monday Night Wars.
Yeah, looking at that article now. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Of course, a bunch of probably lies. Probably putting himself over. I love Hogan though, man. This guy just, I don't know, dude. Living in the past.
I mean, Hogan's Hogan. I mean, if he was at, trust me, I don't know. Hogan talks good about where the check is, and you can't blame him.
Well,
you're gonna put over the company giving you a paycheck.
Let's talk about Lesnar. Who do you see him feuding with in the next couple months? Because he's got to defend the title at least 4 or 5 times for WrestleMania.
Reigns.
Well, that's a WrestleMania.
Yeah. In the meantime, he's due to come back. So you're talking about at Night of Champions, who goes up against? Well, Night of Champions is him and Cena. After Cena,
Hell in a Cell.
God damn, who the hell could? See, here's where a big problem lies. You haven't made any stars that can go against him. You've been pushing fucking John Cena too long. You've got who are you gonna put? Rusev? You gonna put Rusev against him? It's too early.
2 heels. I can
2 heels.
Maybe
Who's the Big Show?
Sheamus? Yeah, Big Show. Yeah.
Oh, Sheamus! Come on,
dude, it's gonna happen. I mean, Big Show is that's for certain, man. That's definitely gonna happen.
Yeah, but that's happened before. I mean, those two broke the ring together. I mean,
I don't. That's just a put it on a blow off pay per view on a filler. I wouldn't mind Big Show. That's probably going to be one. Cena's the next one. I can see Sheamus, as I said. Mark Henry. That's another one that I'm almost positive they're going to play back on. It's just the fact that he actually beat him up a couple times on Raw. And they,
yeah, it looks like they've got Henry going for Rusev.
Yeah, well, I'm talking.
It's. When are we going to get a fucking roster?
Yeah, when are we going?
There's not one person on this thing. All I keep seeing is race car drivers, and GFW adds another partner. Well, good for you, motherfucker. How about a wrestler?
Yeah. How about a wrestler?
Yeah, and then another story I get today. Jeff Jarrett is reportedly headed to scout potential buildings for TV tapings in New York, Dallas, and Los Angeles in September. My God, if they come to Dallas, I will actually be happy. People close to Jarrett and Global Force Wrestling say negotiations are still ongoing for a GFW TV deal, but they are moving very slow. The promotion hoped to have something locked in by now, but they do not. Who's going to hire a wrestling company if you have no motherfucking wrestlers, you idiot?
Not one.
No. There should be more announcements coming soon in regards to Scott D'Amore's involvement.
There is one.
Yeah.
Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah. I mean, it's just saying that they're going a whole lot slower than officials wanted. So, I hate that fucking officials word with this company right now because, I don't know. Meanwhile, like I said at the beginning, if they come to Dallas, I'm going to be a happy fucking man.
Dude, you can't say officials with this company. There's nothing official yet. There's no fucking roster. It's not official.
Officials, a.k.a. Jeff and Karen.
What the fuck is the official? There's no officials. There's no roster, dude. There's barely a website. Our website looks better than the Global Force Wrestling website. Jeff, let me make your website for you. I'll have it done for you in about 4 hours. Dude, there's nothing official about that. What? This is interesting. I just found this. Now, TMZ caught up with Hulk Hogan. Have you heard about this?
No, go.
Man. So, I mean, I'm sure this is partially a work. Like you said, he's probably reaching out for attention to try to get a match. But, yeah, apparently parties over Grandpa really pissed him off. And he said, and this is a direct quote from Hogan, he said, "All I got to say is, Brock, I haven't done anything to get in your way, but if you keep throwing my name around, I'm going to get in your way. You can't say that stuff, like you said, Brock, in front of my wife and kids. It's not cool, brother. I know this is all entertainment. You know we're not supposed to have fun with it, but when he starts throwing around my name with my wife and kids, it's crossing the line. So I'm not sure if this is a shoot or work. I'm guessing it's a work. I mean, but I don't see a match.
Oh man, cross the line.
Yeah, he said he crossed the line, throwing around his name in front of his wife and kids.
Wow, big time, crossing the line, like TNA used to say, cross the line.
And you know what's funny is that he said throwing around my name. He still refuses to say old. I mean, there's no reference to old other than what Brock already said. I mean, Hogan won't repeat it.
Because he's old. I'll tell him he's fucking old to his face.
He's 20 years ago, he probably would have knocked your ass out. Now, he's probably just going to say, oh, come on, brother.
Dude, if Hogan knocks me out, I will take it as the biggest compliment in the world. I would not care one bit.
Brother.
I got knocked out by Hulk Hogan, brother. So...
Gotta subscribe to the network for only $9.99, brother.
Yeah, no kidding. And,
Hogan.
Yeah, no shit, man.
Yeah.
$9.99, but,
I thought this was interesting. I don't know if there's, anything to this, but hopefully, I would be definitely interested in seeing that.
Yeah. Couple quick things. Davey Richards looks like he's didn't have such a bad break after all. Going to be back at the end of the month. Good for him, man.
Oh, absolutely.
Talk about good fucking luck. So, yeah, good for him. He'll be back. Second thing I wanted to bring up, and I'm surprised you didn't, you posted a picture of Prince Devitt and Kevin Steen, and Devitt's got the face paint on. That answers a couple questions. Looks like they're going to let him use it.
Definitely, yeah. And there are actually rumors that they're going to start a stable with those two guys. They're going to start a faction, which could be interesting. But
I could see it.
Huh?
I could see it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely would like that, but I would be fine with them just being solo acts. I mean, they're both good enough to be on their own.
I could see him doing it for now, maybe seeing how they get over, how this happens, how that happens. And you know what? If they do it just to break them up down the road for a good feud, it could be worth it.
Yeah.
You know, if that's the plan in mind, we'll never know that, of course, until it actually happens. But,
yeah.
Speaking of stables, someone else in the Facebook, since we're just kind of going through stuff here, brought up something. We could go ahead and talk about it right now between me and you. A return of Nexus, or a group like Nexus. Really, he says, Steve McBreen says, what do you guys think of a return of Nexus minus Michael Tarver plus Curtis Axel? I know what I said. Were you in this conversation?
No, I was not.
No. All right, well, go ahead and jump in it now. I'll tell you what I said. I don't need to look at it, I know.
Well, to be completely honest with you, I wasn't watching wrestling. That's during my break when the Nexus was around. But I did go back on it and watch it. I don't know. It really depends on how they pull it off. I mean, if they does he mean if they brought a faction of like Nexus again and with new guys or the same guys?
I think he was talking the same guys because he's got the picture here and he says minus Tarver who's fired and add Curtis Axel. My opinion was you're gonna be putting two guys way back, Ryback or Skip Sheffield and Heath Slater, who both have they're mid-card momentum, but they got some momentum.
Yeah.
I think if you did and again, you couldn't call it Nexus done, gone, dead. If you did another group and say had Wade Barrett lead another angry group of rookies I could see it working.
Yeah, guys like Steen, you know.
Steen, Sami Zayn, the Ascension. Bring both the Ascension in. Have a tag team be in it. Holy shit. All the guys that should be coming up there. I know you're probably going to say Adrian Neville or Pac. Yeah, definitely. And I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead with what you were saying.
Yeah, the Ascension. I don't know about them because they don't really fit in with any kind of faction. They have to be almost like in that Ministry of Darkness type of faction. That would make sense.
I'm just throwing out names, and I don't watch NXT much. I'm just throwing out who I know.
Yeah, but honestly, I could see Kevin Steen leading the pack. I mean, he's great on the mic. You know, bring him in, Devitt, maybe Kenta, although he doesn't speak English.
That could help him, though, being in a big stable like that, not having to be the talking guy, sitting back looking intimidating is all he has to do.
Right.
Like a Lashley almost, which I'm not comparing him to Lashley. Calm down, everybody.
Which is a good way to actually bring him in and debut him. So, yeah, I could see them with doing it with new guys, with the same guys. I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but it would be kind of pointless. It wouldn't really gain anything. I mean,
yeah, it would be a few steps back. Like I said, it would be a huge step back, in my opinion, for Ryback to do it. So I don't know, but I do think it would be a big step back for him. And like I said, Heath Slater, I think Heath Slater would be one that it would be a bad thing for, because he's got a little momentum. I mean, he's not great. I do see potential in that guy. I honestly do.
Yeah, well,
I think Heath is much better than people give him credit for, and I think he's got a chance. So, I don't know. We'll see.
I think Ryback is great, man.
I really wish they had given him that title.
They should have.
That damn title. They should have given it to him with Punk. Just absolutely unbelievable. I don't understand why they do some of the things they do, but they do. And I thought it was bad booking, but again, I'm just a schmuck with a microphone in front of me. Meanwhile, the microphone means everything I say is true, so motherfuck everybody. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, but also looking at this, that another lawsuit for WWE, another class action lawsuit about lying to investors.
And that's what you get for going public.
Yeah, and this brings NBC Universal into it. So this, I mean, trust me, I know WWE is not going out of business or anything. They're not in TNA shape one bit. I'm not an idiot, but I definitely think they need to be careful. They can't act carny and try to sell the investors. They need to fucking tell the truth. They're a public company now, man, and it seems like they just want to play these games. And
yeah, they better. They can only get smacked on the wrist so many times. After a while, it's going to get repetitive, and they're going to see a pattern in the lies, and it's going to get them ultimately in trouble.
Ultimately, yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't see them. I know they're not going anywhere. Don't start sending us emails. Hey, you guys are idiots. So yeah, but yeah, it's definitely not good. But yeah, I posted that last week, so I don't know, man. What else is there? What else we got?
Not much. I mean, there wasn't too much happening in the world of wrestling this week. But
no, we've gone over a ton of news. Let me see here. Let me see if there's anything else that might interest us. Otherwise, it's 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock here.
11 o'clock here.
Yeah, whatever. You and your fucking Eastern time. You and your I celebrate New Year's Eve with everybody else bullshit.
There you go, man. There you go.
I will admit, dude, it sucks New Year's Eve here.
I bet.
Yeah, but you can watch the ball drop twice.
That's true.
But it sucks. I mean, like I'm from South Florida, so to me that's horrible. I like being with everybody else, so I don't know, man.
The Hardy Boys are going to be at House of Hardcore in Philadelphia. If anybody wants to check that out, and if anybody's going to be at that show, please get some signs, some Hot Tag Podcast signs. I'm going to have some shirts if you guys want to wear those out, and yeah, definitely going to pass out some advertisements and some promotional stuff. So if anybody's interested in helping me out, and whether you want to wear a shirt or if you can make a sign, preferably, that would be awesome. And yeah, we'd greatly appreciate that.
Yeah. Hey, did we talk about Bully Ray leaving?
You were breaking up. I can't.
I'm sorry. Did we talk about Bully Ray leaving TNA?
We talked about it briefly last week.
Oh, we did. Okay, I wasn't sure. I wasn't 100% sure. I forgot if we were or weren't.
Yeah, we talked about it last week. I mean, nothing really came out of that. I mean, it's pretty much done, I guess.
No, and someone in the chat room is asking about NXT TakeOver 2, which is going to be on September 11th. Actually, Tommy, Saved by the Bell Fanatic, is asking about that. Tommy's a big fan of NXT, so he's trying to make me watch it too, and I think I need to. But is there a hair versus hair match?
I believe so. I'm looking forward to this. I was going to say pay-per-view, but it's not a pay-per-view because you can get it on the network for $9.99. That's right.
$9.99, folks.
NXT is great. NXT. I've been catching up on NXT. I guess the main event is probably going to be a 4-way between Adrian Neville, Tyler Breeze, Sami Zayn, and I believe Tyson Kidd, maybe. Which I think that's going to be a great 4-way, man. That's a hell of a mix-up.
That does sound like a good match right there, man. I like the NXT 2-hour shows. They both the first one was awesome. I really liked it. The second one I really couldn't make it through, but I'll give them a chance and definitely watch them. I mean, dude, it's good they're doing it, but yeah. I don't know, man. I'm definitely down to see it and watch it. So
yeah, and we also got Kalisto and Sin Cara. They're going to be challenging the Ascension for the tag titles. So
is there a full card for this yet?
I'm not sure. These are just the ones that I remembered. I remember the main event, which hasn't been announced yet, but it's kind of been teased, so I'm just guessing that's going to be the main event. But the tag team titles are going to be on the line. Ascension defending it against Kalisto and Sin Cara. So that should be a pretty good match.
Yeah, and I think they're trying to have Fergal on it. I'm reading some stuff right here on the stuff about the NXT show, blah blah blah.
Now have they announced when Steen and Fergal and Kenta are going to debut?
Not that I can see. Here we go. Not that I've seen or not that I've read. So I'm not 100% sure, but let's see. It looks like Charlotte's going to defend her title against Bayley, Flair's daughter. You just said it. Did you just mention the Ascension match?
Yeah, you're breaking up again.
I'm sorry. All right, hold on. Let's see. The Ascension will defend against Sin Cara and Kalisto. You just mentioned this match. Aiden English and Simon Gotch. And there is a hair versus hair match, but the participants have not been announced.
Now, oh man.
Hair versus hair. God damn you, Vince Russo.
That is Vince Russo. Heck, man, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, folks, he is back.
I love this, man. I love this.
Vince Russo, man, he's awesome.
Now, Aiden English and Simon Gotch, are these the two guys from this vaudevillians
Yeah,
stable that I've been...
I'm not a big fan of that gimmick, man. I mean, they're I don't know. They're pretending to be like wrestlers from the 30s or 40s or something. I don't know.
Well, the vaudeville part gives it away. Yeah, it's... I don't know. I keep hearing a lot about them. I hear it's a cool little stable. Is it two guys or a stable?
I think it's two guys. Yeah, I think it's two guys.
All right. Well, I mean, they both look like they're from then, so...
Yeah. Over here looking at their news. Yeah, I think it's going to be Enzo Amore. It says Enzo Amore issues a hair-raising challenge.
Yeah, he's in here talking about Tommy's big favorite guys, Enzo and Big Cass.
Yeah, Big Cass, that's a big dude, man.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
I've seen him. I think those characters are so fucking Jersey Shore and
dude, they can
years ago.
Guys up now, man. They're over. They're over as a tag team in WWE. They're desperate for a good tag team right now. They can bring those guys up now, in my opinion.
If they bring those two guys over, they're going to get Robbie E. and Jesse comparisons all day, and WWE will hate that shit.
Nah, man, they don't give a shit, man. They don't.
I don't know, man. They think so weird. I mean, they'll sit there and say TNA is no competition, and then completely copy TNA. Sometimes it's just weird. I don't know, man. But I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I think that their gimmick is very old and played out. But old Tommy from Australia, old Tommy from Down Under just loves it. So more power to him for liking it. He's found something he likes. Good for him.
Yeah, I enjoy NXT. I think it's pretty good stuff, man. I appreciate the fact that it's an hour. So the fact that it's an hour. That's awesome, man.
I probably should start watching it. If you want to start going over NXT, we can do that. Might actually be a good thing for us to do. Not a lot of people do it.
Yeah, I would be down with that.
What night is it on?
It's on Thursdays.
Nothing to do on Thursdays anymore. TNA's on Wednesday, so...
Well, they're probably going to actually move it to Wednesday because SmackDown is going to be on Thursday.
Right, that's right. They actually announced that finally.
Yeah, so they're probably going to move it.
Not a bad preemptive move on TNA's part. I'll give them that.
Yep. They're going to be back in competition with TNA.
So, I don't consider NXT competition with TNA. One's not on television and one is, so it's not really competition. It is and it isn't, you know?
Yeah.
It's all in how you view it, I guess. So, I don't know, man. I'm looking around. I'm looking to see if there's anything else. Oh, man, my boy Joe left the room. He even came in as Booby Trapper.
Booby Trapper.
Yeah, like I said, that was a strip bar me and Joe went to.
Yeah.
For 2 years. Every Saturday. Sometimes Sunday.
That's a lot of money.
Dude, you know what, though, man? By the end of it, we were like the safe table. The girls would literally go get drinks from other guys and then come sit with us. We would have a crowd of girls around us, and they weren't even dancing for us. By the end of it, we were just spending money on drinks and a little here and there to try to get the new girls over to us. By the end of it, man, it was badass.
Yeah, that's nice.
And that place is still there, by the way. It's still in business. It's still there. There's a little area there called the Miracle Mile. There's Booby Trap in the middle. You go around the corner. There's a place called Diamond Dolls. And you go around the corner again, and there's a place called Cheetah. So you had your 3 strip clubs there. So if you were doing a bachelor party, you would do the circle. Because what they would do is they would give you an hour open bar at each of them for $20 a head. So bachelor party, you would go in, pay your $20, drink for an hour, and go to the next one, and then do the same thing.
Yeah, that's a hell of of a bachelor party.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy though. I mean, we would go to we would be hanging out with these girls at Renaissance Fest and places like that, like totally out of the club. I dated a couple of them, to be honest with you. I know everyone says you can't get a stripper.
Yeah,
we did. I did.
Yeah, I've never had a stripper. Never had a stripper.
Dude, they'll come over after work, and if you work 8 to 5 like I was doing, they'll fucking kill you, dude. They want to come over and hang out till 4 or 5 in the morning, and they're all fucking coked up and
yeah, I'd probably pass on that.
I did after a few weeks, but those were not a bad few weeks from this girl. I'll tell you that. I still remember her fucking name. I'm not gonna give it I'm not gonna give it over the air, but I still remember her name. All of them, most of them. I remember their stage names and their real names. But yeah, dude, it was badass, bro. So much fun.
Good times. Speaking of good times, we got a good time coming once again, and now I'm looking at the date. It's November 15th for anybody interested. It's going to be in South Philadelphia, ECW Arena, Rittner and Swanson Street. Famous ECW city, Philadelphia. If you're New York, New Jersey, come visit Philly, man. Come support us. Help us spread the word. And spread the ECW Arena and House of Hardcore, man. They're a great promotion. Although I thought, as Jack mentioned on IYH, his interview with Austin, I listened to that as well a couple of weeks ago. I thought it was a very, very weird interview. I did think he came off as a scumbag a little bit. But great promotion. Support them.
He is a weird guy, man. I think we brought it up on our show last week too, how weird he can be sometimes.
Yeah, he is. He is definitely weird.
Yeah, what a freaking weirdo. But yeah, there's that. Let me see here. Is that I think we've talked about every damn thing we can talk about.
I think we have as well, man.
I think we have exhausted our speaking on this subject of wrestling.
There we go.
There we go. So, in the meantime, Twitter at THT Podcast. We are now on iTunes. Finally, we got us on iTunes. You can search the hot tag, or the best thing to search is THT Wrestling. It'll pop right up for you.
Yeah.
Or we have a link. What was that? I'm sorry.
It's THT Wrestling Podcast on iTunes.
Yeah, popped right up for me when I did that. So search us out there. There's also a link on the Facebook page. Speaking of Facebook, facebook.com/group/THT Podcast. Our website, hottagpodcast.weebly.com. What you got for me, Shaheen?
That's about it, man. I think we've plugged everything and talked about everything wrestling related possible.
I think so. You can finish your praline now.
There you go.
I see you over there eating it. Yeah, I think we got nothing left to plug. Thanks to all you guys who listen live. Thanks to all you guys in the chat. Thanks to, let's see, who was in the chat for a while. Beef was Big Dick McGee. All right, Big Dick. Big Joe, Booby Trapper, Matt's still there. Tommy hung out with us. Spoiler hung out with us. And that was about it. I appreciate it, guys. And we will see you next week, unless you got something else for him, Shaheen.
No, sir. We will be back next week, Tuesday night, 8:30. Maybe if you watch NXT, maybe we can review NXT next week. So
I'll make sure I watch it, and we'll go ahead and do that. We will add NXT to our repertoire next week.
There you go.
And I'm going to tell you guys again, call in. We want to hear from you. We want to know you're listening. I don't care if you call in and tell us we suck. Call in and tell us Baba Booey. I don't care.
There you go, man.
Baba Booey, Baba Booey. So, all right, people. We are going to sign off. We will see you next week. Thanks again, and we will talk to you. Enjoy.
Behold the king.